Let's see how to configure inbound email actions to script communications when the system responds to an inbound email. The system can take action in response to email messages from users and also send email notifications to users. Here, we focus on inbound email actions. When the system receives a message from a user, it can respond based on the contents of the message. This lets users perform system functions by email, like requesting a password reset. The system can take two types of actions in response to a user's message. It can make changes to a system table, or it can send the user an email message in reply. Let's look at an example. Suppose Beth is having trouble running a report she needs. She sends a brief email message to the system describing the problem. It's just an ordinary message. She doesn't have to follow any special format. In response, the system creates a new incident. It uses information in the message to populate fields in the incident record. The sender's name goes in the caller field, and the subject line becomes the short description. As system administrator, you control what the system looks for in each message and the actions that the system takes in response. The base system comes with predefined actions for creating or updating an incident or change request, replying on a live feed, and many more. Here, we're logged in with the required admin role. To see a list of the current actions, we navigate to System Policy, Email, Inbound Actions. You can modify these actions and create new ones of your own. To create a new action, click New. To view or edit an existing action, we click the action's name in the list. We'll open Create Incident. Its name appears in the Name field. The Action Type list is where you choose which action the system will take. Record Action, selected here, updates a table, and Reply Email sends an email response. For record action, you must also choose the target table that the action applies to. Here, the incident table is already selected. The When to Run tab shows the conditions under which the action will run. These include the type of message, New, which is selected here, Reply or Forward, and conditions for the content of the message. Here, there are no conditions for the content, so the system will create a new incident for every new email. If the action is a record action, the Actions tab is where you specify the updates that will be made in response to the email message. You can set specific field actions here. For example, we could set the state field to New, but we won't do that here. And you can include a script to perform other actions. This script sets several fields in the new incident record based on information in the email. As we saw with Beth's email earlier, the person who sent the message becomes the caller in the incident record, and the subject line becomes the short description. If the action type is a reply email, the Actions tab is where you create the email. And here's a tip. If you want to send an email and perform a record action, use this feature to send the email and include a script to perform the record action. The Description tab is where you can include a description of the action to help viewers understand what it does. This description includes a sample user email and describes what the action does in response. Now you can define what the system does when email messages are received from users.